Well, good afternoon, everybody. I have been busy this morning. Alright, I got a little bit behind, but I'm about to get caught up. Let me show you what we got going on here. Andy, there's your set. Scott, there's yours. Let's see. There's a bunch of Danielle Skinners, a Wallace 1. And if you will look, you'll see some new designs here. And these were ordered by my friend Ed. And those are Skinners with the hole in them. And we'll talk more about those later. But what I'm about to do, I'm going to do the blade etch. I've got everything's square. The blades aren't ground just yet, not all of them. But I'm going to do a blade etch. Now this is the most time consuming part of the whole process of my knives. And I do have a blade etching book. Doggone camera wants to fall over. I do have a blade etching video up. But what I thought I'd do, I'd go ahead and do another one, so you don't have to go back and look through the old stuff. Now, everything's exactly the same. First step. Now we'll go step by step. Alright, this is fingernail polish. Doesn't matter what kind, what color. All this was free, so that's why I'm using it. And if y'all want to try this, run to the dollar store and get you some fingernail polish. Do not steal your wife's or your girlfriend's. Ask me how I know that. Just this is the dollar a bottle stuff, and a bottle lasts you a long time. Let me mention right quick too, on the last video when I did the mustard etch on the 10-piece set, a lot of people ask, can you mustard etch or vinegar etch blades, other blades? Yes, you can. I left out one step that I should tell you all about. Once you get the etch, once you get the mustard or vinegar treat like you want, wash it, soap and water. Mix you up a little bit of baking soda and water, just a little bit, don't take much, and coat it down with that and rinse it off real good with that baking soda. And what that'll do, it will neutralize the vinegar that's in the mustard, or the vinegar itself if you use vinegar. If you don't, it will continue to draw rust out of it. And sorry I didn't mention that, but that's how you do that. Alright, first step on blade etching. Take your fingernail polish. I want to put my maker's mark right up here. So I'm just going to put a coat of this fingernail polish. So all it is paint. It's just acrylic paint. Just like that. Alright, now this is going to have to dry for 5 or 10 minutes. And once it dries, I'll show you the next step. While this is drying, I'll go ahead and do all the rest of them. Then I'll show you the next step in just a minute. Alright, next step on the blade etch. Now my fingernail polish is on there, dry. Now this is my homemade punch. I'll look back a few videos and you'll see that. And I use this because it's got a good sharp point on it. And I'm going to scribe my maker's mark, which is a W. Underneath that, U, S, A. All you're doing, you're scratching the paint off of there and exposing the metal. Now if you use something metal like this, it works a lot better. And put a scratch in there, you can actually see it if you take it off right now, you could see it. But by the time you get the blade done, you wouldn't be able to see it. So we're going to burn it in there with the etching machine. And I'll show you that right now. Alright, we'll mix up our solution. Now this is high-tech chemistry stuff here. Very expensive. What you need is some salt. Now I've used iodized and non-iodized. It's all works the same. And just put a bunch of salt in this little jar here. Now I found if you use bottled water or purified water, it works better than just plain tap water. I guess because the chlorine and whatever, formaldehyde and rat poop and whatever else they put in tap water. Affects it a little bit, but bottled water works best. And you mix your salt solution very, very, very thick. Now all of it's not going to dissolve. And if you got a little bit left in the bottom, that means you did it right. Alright, just like that. Pardon me. Now, I'll take this little stick here, little board, and put it up here so it gets it off of the, gets it up off the table. Now we're going to take our etching machine and put positive cable there. Now the etching machine is nothing more than, let's see if you can see it, plain old battery charger. Now that's a battery charger I use to charge my boat batteries and everything else I need. Had a guy tell me, well, that's a dead short in your charger, it'll tear your charger up. Well, I've been using that one for 3 years. Now, I'll hook it from here and take it out to the boat, charge the batteries, no problem, works just fine. Then the etching machine, which is no more than a battery charger, will cost you right at $300. That one right there came from Harbor Freight, so it didn't cost all that much. Pardon me. Now we're going to take a Q-tip, plain old Q-tip. Work the cotton off on it, make sure you got a good bunch of cotton down on there. Set it right in there. Now we're going to take the negative cable from the battery charger. Now, being in the salt water, the big ones that come on your charger, especially the negative one, will wear out. So I just put a little clip, little alligator clip on there. Works just fine. And when it tears up, just take it off and put another one on there. Now we're going to plug the charger in. Make sure everything's wet. And we're going to touch it to the camera down here where we can see. See it burning in there? Alright, let's put it back up here. You gotta keep it good and wet. Now if you can't see your scratches, it doesn't matter. If you see the bubbling and hear it sizzling, you know where you're supposed to be. So you don't have to see it to make it work. Master Sergeant. That's a whole different story. But y'all send old Master Sergeant some well wishes. Talked to him this morning. He has woke up this morning with a bad toothache, and they're having some really bad problems with that. And if you ever had a abscess tooth, like I have, that is some sure enough pain right there. He was at the doctor when I talked to him this morning, so let's everybody say a good word for him. Let's hope he gets over that. Now it'll get down to, if it stops sizzling, what you have to do is just change your Q-tip out. The more cotton padding that you got on there, the better it'll work. And this is the name brand Real Q-tips, and they don't have a whole lot of cotton on them anymore like they used to. But they still work, and they're cheap enough. So. Now you see why this is one of the longest, most time-consuming parts of the whole build. Because each blade has to be done like this. But a blade without a maker's mark, in my opinion, is just a blade. You might know where it came from, but somebody gets it after you and they might not know where it came from. I'll do this until I'm satisfied of where I think it's got burned deep enough in there. Because you want to burn it deep, because you're going to have to put this back on the sander again at least 2 more times to do the final sanding and all that stuff. Alright, that one is about gone. Just to be sure, we'll get another one. Alright, that will do it. Unplug that. Get rid of that. Now, make sure y'all can see this. Get a paper towel. Wipe it off. Now we'll take the world famous goof off. And that'll take that polish right off of there. Now we're going to go right here to the sander right quick. Trying to show step by step because there's somebody that needs to see this. Noise alert. Noise alert. We'll turn the sander on. Just like that. And we have our maker's mark and USA right there, burned in there just like that. Now from here, we'll take it out to the sink and wash it off with some soap and water to get the salt off of it, because if you don't, if you let it sit overnight, you'll have a rusty mess. Now there's still a little bit discoloration in there, but when you do the final smooth down, all that'll come off of there and you'll be able to see it. So that is how you blade etch a knife. Well, that's how I do it. Now there are different ways. There's acid etch and all this kind of stuff, but to me this is very simple. It just takes a little bit of time, but that's okay. If I ain't got nothing else, I got time. Not much, but I got some. Alright, let me wash this one off, and I've got all these other ones to do. And maybe I'll get done today, maybe I won't. It's getting on up into the afternoon, but that's a cool knife right there. That's going to be something else. Pardon me. So for today, I thank y'all for watching. I thank you for your support. My new subscribers. My goodness, I got a bunch of new subscribers. I hadn't even mentioned y'all, and I'm sorry about that. Thank y'all very much for being here. As I've said before, if you're new, you might not know, but I don't monetize my channel at all. I just do what I do. And of course I push my knives and this and that, but we'll have some other stuff. I know it's been all knives for the last couple of months, but we'll do something else here pretty soon once I get this bunch here finished up, because I'm behind on some of these. Once I get these done, we're going to load the boat and we're going to go to the river and we're going to go fishing. And it's almost squirrel season. It's already dove season, which I don't shoot doves a lot. The last 5 or 6 years I hadn't. It's just a spiritual thing with me. I don't like to shoot doves. I'll eat them, and you shoot them, I'll eat them. But I don't like to shoot them because doves are, in my opinion, a lot like people. When they mate for life, and just something about it that I don't like to shoot them. I like to watch them, and I've got hundreds of them out here in my yard all the time when everybody else is shooting at them. But nothing against doing it. I just don't do it. But when it gets squirrel season, I will go squirrel hunting. I will shoot some squirrels. And deer season's coming up. Looks like I'm gonna have to hunt here this year. I don't think I'm gonna be able to go do my trips like I wanted to, but We'll just have to wait and see. Things happen. Life is life. And ain't nothing we can do about it. Just stay happy. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. And I will see y'all with these finished up here. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next.